Welcome to the Costume Con 2026 doll competition. A Day at the Sea, costume by Janine Wardale.
On December 9th, 1972, an envelope was mailed to my Aunt Eldora for these two dolls. She assembled both bodies, and the bloomers and petticoat for one of them. In June 1973, Aunt Eldora's husband died suddenly, and she became a single parent of 3. The headless dolls were placed in a box and stored away. While helping her sort through and clear her house in August 2024, they were found again, and I decided to finish them. I finished Grace and Bridget with fabric, trims, flowers, charms, lace, ribbon, and more from Aunt Eldora's extensive stash of crafting supplies. Unfortunately, the twins' first trip to the beach was met with them finding a giant lobster having overtaken one ship and a giant kraken overtaken the other ship.
Ensign Mecca Mariner of the USS Barritos. Costume by Randall Whitlock.
In 2024, Southwest Costumers Guild member Tasha Katie obtained a bunch of small teddy bears and challenged fellow members to costume them. I am a huge fan of Star Trek, Lower Decks, so naturally I chose my project to be Ensign Mecca Mariner of the USS Barritos. The costume is a tea-tunic, made by sketching it out on Corel Draw, then printing onto cotton printable fabric, available in 8.5 by 11-inch sheets at office stores, formatted to feed into an inkjet printer. The tunic has only 2 seams, one under each arm. This image shows Ensign Beckett Mariner, who inspired my bear, as an animated character, and in live action as played by Tawny Newsome in a crossover episode of Star Trek, Strange New Worlds. Here is Ensign Mariner reclining on a replica of Captain Kirk's command chair at the recent library cons in Central Arizona.
Iris, Goddess of the Rainbow. Costume by Nora Mai.
Iris is the Greek goddess of the rainbow and a messenger for all gods, traveling at the speed of wind or light to deliver news. This is an original drape design created on the doll itself and sewn primarily by hand. The doll is a purchased resin ball-jointed doll from the Youpla company. The model is Tamara. The skirt of the dress drapes long and pools around her feet, cloaking her in rainbows. It has a gathered halter neck and long waist ties which extend beyond the hem. The underskirt is a ruffled black mesh, with gold stars to represent the night sky she crosses at dawn.
Tabor, Czech Republic. A traditional women's costume. Costume by Margarita Gajicki.
This 19-inch Heidi honors Czech athletes at the Milano Cortina Winter Olympics. The costume is a copy of a traditional woman's costume from Tabor, Czechia. The apron is purchased white eyelet, edged with eyelet trim and ties. A full gathered skirt is made of maroon gabardine. The white cotton eyelet blouse has puffy sleeves with lace trim. A linen shawl tucks in front. The black woolen vest is decorated with 4mm sequins, gold trim, and colorful hand embroidery. Both front and back have corset-style laced closures. A cap, CPEC, is made of gold-colored satin, decorated with 2mm gold sequins. Seams are trimmed with gold soutache and finished with fine lace trim.
Baby Emily Francis. A child from the Victorian age in the 1880s. Costume by Kathy Gust. Exhibition. Elizabethan Lady, doll and costume by Polly Nessum, exhibition. America's Sweetheart, inspired by 1928 style worn by Mary Pickford. Costume by Kathy Gust, exhibition. That concludes our show. Thank you for watching. Costume Con 2026 Doll Competition Awards Presentation. Let's meet the doll competition judges. Jeanette Peters first began costuming in the science fiction and fantasy genres, but has recently branched out to historical. She has competed or assisted backstage at costume competitions and is an enthusiastic hall costumer. The Reverend Kathy Nelson enjoys crafting, doll making, fishing, and camping, and also performs and organizes weddings. Award for Best Design. Iris, Goddess of the Rainbow by Nora Mai. The use of color and shape creates a beautiful sense of movement within the design. Award for Best Construction. Tabor, Czech Republic by Margarita Gajicki. The tiny sequins and trim and the creative use of fabric contribute to the historical accuracy in reflecting the source material. Award for Best Presentation. A Day at the Sea by Janine Wardale. This entry created not only the costumes and hats for the dolls, but an entire beach environment and a story about the sea creatures. K-Top Barrow's Award for Whimsy in Costuming. Ensign Mecca Barriner by Randall Whitlock. The concept and the play on the Star Trek character perfectly matches K-Top Barrow's sharp sense of humor and her love of the franchise. Award for Best in Show. A Day at the Sea by Janine Wardale. This is a moving tribute to a family history of sewing, passed down through generations, preserving techniques and skills. This concludes our awards presentation. Thanks to the contestants and judges.